We're back and we're talking about emotional journey maps. This is really useful to understand your customers and how the product flows. So before this, we've understood the user's persona, we've understood what the empathy was from the point of view of the user, what the whole world was like from the point of view of the user, and now we can understand how the product flows with the customer, right? So now that you know who the customer is, now you can think about how to design a product that works with the customer instead of against them. You can also identify opportunities for improvement because you can now tell the mood of the user, and you can also align your team accordingly. Go to the bottom, click on plus, and search for an emotional journey map. Let's get an emotional journey map. Let's talk about this user first. What is the name of the user? If anyone is here for a couple of minutes, can you let me know what the name of the user is? It is, surprise, surprise, Maya Patel once again. We are not leaving this user, are we? The age of this user is 29. The occupation is a freelance UI UX designer. Freelance UI UX designer. The location is, Delhi, India, right? I'm sorry, I'm not capitalizing this stuff. Forgive me, grammar gods. Don't beat me up. Anyways, this person's background is they've transitioned from a freelance agent from a full-time agency to freelancing 2 years ago and is now enjoying the flexibility and creative freedom but struggling with high income, right? So they're coming from an agency job. They've transitioned 2 years ago and want consistent income, enjoy working on their own schedule. What is the scenario that this person is encountering with our product and service? Scenario is Maya is looking for a structured approach to land clients more efficiently, and she has tried networking on LinkedIn. She has tried places like Upwork, but cold emailing has never worked and results have been inconsistent. So she's considering purchasing a course or a tool that helps freelancers like her build a steady pipeline of work. So what this person is struggling with is getting clients, and what they want in this scenario is a tool, course, or subscription. So they are willing to pay us to land a tool that helps them get good clients and consistent clients. So consistently good clients that pay much, right? Motivation. In a few words, what's motivating this person? Let's talk about what's motivating this person simply. So basically, she wants financial stability while maintaining the freedom of freelancing, and that's what's motivating her. So she wants financial. This is why they'll subscribe to you, right? Financial stability while working on her own schedule. What are the concerns that this person has? Let's talk about primary concerns. They're worrying about investing in a tool, product, or service that isn't good enough for their money, that won't deliver success but just gives out empty hype. Also, she's concerned about even if she is good enough to be a freelancer in the first place. So their concern is investing in a bad hype-based product, and they're also struggling with imposter syndrome because, of course, a lot of bad experiences will do that to you. What are the feelings that they are bringing into our journey? So what is the brain mindset with which they're coming into the product? Are they happy? Are they sad? Basically, for Maya, she is hopeful but also has her doubts, right? As she should. She is hopeful but also frustrated with the string of bad clients that she has got. Hold up, let me correct the grammar because we don't want to make the grammar gods mad. what is their goal? In a few words, let's talk about their goal. Their goal is to create a steady source of income to attract high paying clients without relying on job boards. Steady source of, because this is the thing with job boards, people from other different places where the same exact skill has much less value are also over there, and job boards mostly become a race to the bottom in the freelancing world. Steady source of income without relying on job boards. This is very, very important to us as a goal. And now we're going to talk about, hold up, you know what, you can just get rid of the gray boxes if you want to, because this is just going to be really, really simple without them as well. Let's now talk about what this flow is. So the name of this flow goes over here, and this flow is going to be called the freelancer's emotional curve, because of course we're going to talk about that. Freelancer's emotional curve, right? Because we're going to talk about all of the different feelings and experiences this user goes through while working with our app. Before we get started, I want to talk about what an emotional journey map is. An emotional journey map is going to take us through the process of working with our app while navigating our own emotions as the user. So now that in the last two, we've understood what the user is thinking and what the user is feeling, now we're going to design a process where they're flowing through our app without getting too angry or too frustrated to just leave, right? This is just basic damage control. And the first thing that the user is feeling is a mix of curiosity and skepticism, right? Hold up, let me just get you started off on that. So firstly, let's also talk about these numbers. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is very, very happy, this is very, very sad, and everything else is in the middle. So let's talk about the action and task first. So this is where the user starts at. The action or task that elicits a positive response. So what is the action or task that the user is doing? Landing on the home page of a client acquisition tool and browsing the features. So they're just landing on the home page of a client acquiring or acquisition tool or course. What are they thinking and feeling at this point? They are hopeful that this method works, but they're also skeptical of whether it's going to work. So skepticism is also a quality. Skeptical of the efficacy. Wow. I just pulled the word efficacy from out of my mind. This wasn't even written anywhere. Well, good job, Veera. This is amazing. Anyways, so now that we have in our thinking and feeling section hope, but also skepticism. Do you spell skepticism with a K? Wow, I just do not know. Anyways, now that you have hope and also skepticism, this turns your user's card from very, very happy to slightly skeptical, right? So this is happy but also doubt in their head, and we're going to change the color of the card just so we have a clarity of that visually. So this is going to be light green, which is fun. You know what, this is going to be light green. Let's do this at green, because of course we're starting from the bottom. Anyways, so this is where the user is starting at, very happy and hopeful but also skeptical on whether this is going to work. This is where we're starting at. The second thing is that they're doing is, now that she is hopeful but also skeptical, what's the next thing the user is going to do? The user is going to now go ahead and search, and I'm just working with the Figma cards over here. Now the user is going to, as she should, check the reviews and testimonials and case studies from other freelancers who've used this tool. So now she's going to check the reviews and testimonials to see if there's any actual social proof, if it has worked for other people or if this is just a fake product. So to reduce her skepticism, she's going to look for reviews and comments and social proof. What is the thinking and feeling while going through this? While doing this, these designers have had the same struggle as the user and now they're thriving. Maybe this could work. So now that she's checking the reviews, she's seeing that other people have had I'm going to get into the comments at some point, definitely. Other people with the same struggles got their problems solved. So their problems solved, right? So this is good for us. So now that she has seen actual real results, you know what, I feel like now that she has seen actual real results, she is going to be happy. And I feel like I messed up somehow. This one is sad. I just forget these things all the time. This is sort of hopeful but skeptical. But when you're going ahead of that, when you're checking the actual reviews and testimonials, this is the point where the user is going to become slightly happy that other people with the same struggles got their problems solved, right? This is where I sort of reverse the whole thing. Don't reverse it. Don't make the same mistake I did. Right? And now that you have this person hopeful and excited, what's the next action or task that they're going to do? They're going to click on enroll now button to fill out the payment details and complete the purchase. Now they're going to click on enroll now to complete purchase. This is what we want as the designer, as the developer of this product or service. What is the thing that the person is thinking or feeling now? Now that money is actually going from the account, they're worrying about what if I wasted my money. But also they're reassuring themselves that the only way to grow is to invest in myself. So a thinking and feeling part that could happen here is so something that they could be thinking about right now is, what if this is a waste of my money? But another thing that they could be thinking about is, you can't grow without investing in yourself. Right? So these are the thinking and feeling parts of the user. And it's at this point that they'll actually be at number 3, which is they're anxious but also they're committed at the same time. So both of those thoughts can be here in the same moment at the same point of time, right? The next thing that happens with us is, and we're going to click on plus and get a new one with us, is, I feel like this is going to go over here. The next thing that happens with this user is, you know what, if you want to copy the format, you can just click Control C, go up to the top and add up this to the Control V panel as well. What's the next thing that happens? The next thing that happens is she applies a strategy from the tool and gets a positive response from a potential client. So she applies a strategy given to her and gets a positive response from a client. Good for her. So what's the thinking and feeling part for her now? Now she's thinking and feeling relief that this is actually working, and motivation and confidence. Now she is feeling much more relieved as compared to the stuff that was happening in the beginning when she was doubting whether she would put this money in at all. Now she is more relieved and motivated and confident, because now she's actually following along to the tips that are actually working. And with that, her level of stress has come up by a number. Here's something you would want to notice for most stable people. Hold on, let me just get my charger and then I'm going to talk about something really, really important. Do not go away. Don't you dare go away. Charging the laptop. Alright, so I was talking about the fact that whenever you're designing an emotional curve, whenever you're designing an emotional journey map, you are never going to be in a position where the user's mindset goes from feeling frustrated to the top. It's always going to be one step up, maximum 2 steps up. So it's always going to improve one by one. Unless someone is bipolar, which is also fine, the user's mindset is never going to go from here to here immediately. You need to add a couple of steps to make them happier, to make them more frustrated, and just going from up to down. You have to have a couple of steps. They're not going to go from here to here in the matter of a millisecond. So you have to plan about that. So now they're relieved and motivated and confident that the strategies are actually working. Now that they are relieved, this card goes from number 3 to number 2. What is the next step that happens? After consistent effort, she secures multiple high paying clients and actually gets successful. Oops, I feel like we messed up. We've added another card, copy paste it, and we're going to add it over here. This is where the person is actually feeling great. You want to change the color back to something even lighter. And at this point, after consistent effort, what's the action she's taken? After consistent effort, she secures multiple high paying clients and establishes a steady workflow. After multiple attempts, she secures high paying clients, right? And what is the thinking and feeling now? Now she's actually thinking about, this is the career that I've always wanted. She's empowered, she's successful, and she is in control. Now she's thinking, this is the career. Now she's actually successful at what she's doing. I've always wanted, and she is feeling empowered. I'm pretty sure you could write this in a better way if you wanted to. Empowered, successful, and in control. That is exactly what we want for the user. And this is the final part of what this person is thinking or feeling. Of course, you can take these cards, sort of make them wider if you wanted to, adjust the way they are styled, but their actual flow is sort of going to be the same no matter what you do, right? So this is the whole process of the emotional curve. So it goes from here to here to here to here to here, and it sort of goes in a curve. Never has it happened, or and for the most part, that the user has just seen a screen and they've gone to just become happy. So they've gone from a hopeless position to a very good successful position, and this is going to be the emotional journey map for our fictional product, right? This is going to be the emotional journey map, and you can do this for any Apple, Google, YouTube, any site, website, app that you want, and you can design a similar emotional journey map knowing your ideal customer. With that has been the simplest explanation of emotional journey maps that I could give you, or anyone could for that matter, on YouTube or on any other platform as well. Well, folks, that was the easiest explanation of emotional journey maps, simplified into the world's easiest crash course. We also have all of these other topics of user research like user personas, empathy maps, and user journey maps right here in this playlist. And you can also find the complete user research crash course, which entails all of the 4 major elements of user research right here. So just click on another video to watch it next, and I'll see you over there.